Okay, g'day folks, welcome back to KIERAN'S training. So in this video we're going to talk about some hazard ID. Okay, so before you start any job, you've got to take a look around, make sure you can identify any hazards that are around the area. Okay, so when you're looking for hazards, make sure you look at everything around you. All right, so start by looking at the ground conditions. So if we take a look over here, you're probably not going to see it too well in this video, but the ground here is a little uneven. All right, so in order to cover for the uneven ground over one side of the crane, I've actually pigsty the timbers to make sure those timbers are a little higher on the other side. So if we take a quick look over here, right, you'll see down here we've got the timbers at one level, okay, and over here we've got our timbers stacked 3 high, okay, and that's to allow for that uneven ground so I can get the crane nice and level. Okay, so also look for any unstable ground, okay, any sloping ground. All right, make sure you try and cover your ground conditions pretty well. Another important thing to look for is, if we look over here, all right, you can see there may be underground services. All right, always make sure that you're not anywhere near any underground services. Okay, you've always got your dial before you dig website that you can go and have a look at, make sure that you've got nothing in the area. You can also look for any signs. So when you're looking around, if you were to see a fire hydrant, see a drain, anything along those lines, all right, you know those pipes are actually coming from somewhere. So try and track down and make sure you're not setting up over there. All right, start looking around you. So if we look over here, we can see we've got scissor lifts and boom lifts. All right, so if there's going to be other plant and machinery, all right, make sure you can use spotters. Barricade your area off if you can. Sometimes those boom lifts may be working with you. All right, if they are, make sure you use positive communications. All right, make sure you're talking to each other frequently so that you don't interfere with each other. Okay, around here you can have buildings. Okay, over here you can have other structures. Okay, any form of obstructions. So take a good look around, make sure you see anything that's going to interfere with your task. All right, if there's any hazardous chemicals, all right, make sure that you've got an SDS and you understand the chemical you're working with and what equipment you need to be wearing when you actually deal with these chemicals. Okay, another common hazard you're going to find on site is people or co-workers. Okay, so make sure your site is well and truly barricaded so there's no chance of them coming into your area. Okay, traffic, if you're working out in the public, all right, you can use traffic management. Okay, you can use spotters. All right, just make sure you have your area nice and safe. Okay, whenever you're setting up, okay, it's always a good idea to make sure you check the weather forecast. So check the weather. If you're going to be starting early or a chance of it running late, all right, you can make sure you have adequate lighting as well for the task. Okay, above head height, also look for anything such as power lines above head height. Okay, look for any overhead structures, could be trees. Okay, always be aware of any suspended loads as well, especially if you've got other cranes working in the area. Okay, so remember, whenever you're inspecting a job site, look in those 3 key areas. Look above head height, look at eye level, and look at ground level, right? And make sure you get all of those hazards controlled. Okay, so that's just a quick one. So thanks for your time. Okay, and don't forget to like and subscribe to keep up to date. Thank you.